John Avenger once again, and we're doing the last of the Jaws movies, Jaws the Revenge. Easily the worst movie in this franchise, but let's get this done. The chat is open, so we just turned it to subscribers every minute, so I don't have to get a thing every 2 seconds. Joseph Sargent, yeah, did a terrible job with this. You like my elf hat? I'm wearing this instead of a Santa hat this year. It doesn't give me a headache. Ugh, this movie's so horrible. But it's the first movie I get it over with in the month of December. This might as well. How dare they use that music in this movie? This isn't even a Jaws movie. This is a Lance Guest. Yeah, he went from Last Starfighter to this trash, and this was Lorraine Gary's last movie. Mario Van Peebles. He plays a stereotype. Karen Young. Is that the little girl that died? Yeah. No, Judith Barces. Yeah. She passed away. Lynn Whitefield. Yeah. She was in Gone Fishing. I just did that movie a month ago. I didn't want to wear a Santa hat this year because... And Michael Caine as Hoagie. Not Hogan. Hoagie. Like the sandwich. Where are my horror films? Are they down here? Yeah, there's some of them in there. Well, I got the suit on, just like I always do. I'm going to wear this on Saturday when I see Santa. I wanted to be festive. We're in the fourth quarter of 2025, excuse me. We're a month away from 2026, and I can't wait. Produced and directed, not written by Joseph Sargent. This movie's so terrible. I haven't seen this movie in years. Yeah, you don't scare me. This movie's about as scary as a kiddie pool. Hey, Sci-Fi Film Fans, since you're doing a hate commentary on this unnecessary sequel, I'll confidently say that the Jaws franchise should have ended with 3. Yeah, or 2. 3 could have been called something else. It could have been called SeaWorld Shark Attack, and it would have been fine. I still enjoy it, though. See, it takes place during Christmas, and it's a miserable Christmas movie. Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than this. I mean, you almost lost your husband in the sea twice, and you're cooking fish, and then you want to get away from it all and go to the Bahamas, which is surrounded by water. That poor little girl she did the voice of Ducky from Land Before Time and Old Dogs Go to Heaven, and then she passed away after that. Not because she was diseased, because some sick bastard killed her. I hope he got the chair. This movie's short. That's one of the good things about it. It's not 2 hours, so it doesn't hold me hostage. It's only an hour and 31 minutes, so it's nice and short. Because the other movies were long, but at least Jaws 1 was good, and 2 is a decent follow-up. Christmas Story is a better 80s Christmas movie than this. At least Lorraine Gary always have the first 2 films. I didn't see this one as a kid because I heard it was horrible. Plus, it was PG-13. I was too young to see it in '87. There's Roy Scheider's cameo again. Suck it. He's not dead. That's a lie. They never showed the body. That's like when they show the picture of Will Smith in Men in Black International and in Independence Day 2. If you don't have the nuts to bring back the actor, don't reference them in the sequel. Just don't. This movie's insulting. Just like these are the 91 minutes is bearable. It's still a painful experience, but this movie's still shorter than Batman and Robin. That's way longer and way more painful. Plus, it's got bad puns. This could have been salvaged if it was better written. And you didn't kill off Roy Scheider. You shouldn't have done that. That's a lie, and you know it. Scheider was still alive when this movie came out. It was doing a... The first Noel. What do you mean, no, no, no? This movie's so laughable. And the roaring, why is the shark roaring? At least that didn't happen in 3. The start of the movie's not the problem. It's what happens after there's a shark attack at night again, just like the first movie. Who's go swimming in the middle of winter? If it's Christmas time, it's supposed to be cold outside. Why are people near the water? Yeah, Noel, and then he gets attacked. This movie is so miserable. I'm glad I'm getting this out of the way. Yeah, this movie doesn't have any mercy of any kind. The shark attacks this kid, and the movie never recovers after that. This movie should have never been released. Yeah, should have never been made. Because at least Jaws 1 is a classic. 2, I like as a follow-up. 3 is a standalone B movie, but this is a piece of garbage. It sucked back in '87, and it still does. I'm not going to be merciful to this one. This is the one I usually skip because I haven't seen it in years. I saw it on AMC a long time ago, edited for TV. And this is the only Jaws movie that's PG-13. Deep Blue Sea 3 is better than this. I'm dead serious. It's an R, and it's got a gorgeous woman that is the lead who carries the movie, and the effects are better, and the shark doesn't roar. And there's the shark. This editing is horrendous. You can show blood. This is a PG-13 movie. I saw this terrible movie on AMC a long time ago. It's horrendous. He's screaming and nobody can hear him. Why are they singing First Noel again? Weren't they singing Hark the Herald Angels Sing? This movie is so inconsistent. I guess the reason why this watered down up to PG-13, no, but the original was PG. You would think that when a rating gets higher, this editing is horrible. I can't even see the shark. I can see its teeth. This movie's so horrible. One of the worst Christmas movies ever made. Yeah. The first Noel and the first person to die is a Brody. And nobody can hear that. I would have heard that from a mile away. This movie's so bad. It's not even the effects. The effects look bad later in the film, but that editing was so... I couldn't see the shark. I saw teeth, I saw blood, then I saw the Brody kid, And then I saw, more blood, and I'm like, but you can't barely see anything. It's nighttime too. That's just pathetic. Like this is the way a Christmas movie starts with somebody dying. Even Die Hard, nobody dies in the first 5 minutes, guys. I mean, it's Bruce Willis in the airport waiting to be picked up and then taken to the Nakatomi Plaza. There's no death in it in the first 5 minutes. Not till Hans Gruber and his men show up. Student interference, yes. When they lost Roy Scheider, they panicked and said, just kill him off, which is a stupid way of doing a sequel. I don't. This movie's so depressing. There's Lance Guest, yeah. It was a miracle he was able to be in a movie after this. Yeah, she has bipolar disorder. Yeah, death in the family from a shark attack, that's going to scar you for life. I didn't lose any family members in Christmas time. After, yeah. That little. No. This movie's insulting. This movie's insulting. At least when Tony dies at the end of Endgame, it's a sacrifice. It's not an attack. This movie just bums me out. It's not a good sequel, and it's just depressing. There's nothing fun about it. The location of the Bahamas is nice to look at, but that's one of the few things in the movie visually that's competent. The rest of the movie's just miserable. And sharks don't carry vendettas. No, it didn't. Fish do not have agendas or vendettas. People do, not animals. It came for him. No, he's not a slasher villain. That's just a bad line. This is on par with Madam Web being terrible because it's badly written. It's movies that caused a ruckus because they were so badly made. That's why they flopped. They didn't flop because they were, Yet, you go to the Bahamas, which is surrounded by water. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Roy Scheider was alive and well in 1987. He was doing a movie, like I think Blue Thunder or something, when in the 80s, so he wasn't able to do this one. Lies. One of the greatest films to one of the worst films, Josh, is called Bad Studio Interference. It's what killed Batman. Batman 89 is a classic, and Batman Returns. Then you have Batman and Robin in the 90s, and it sucked. Superman, classic first two movies. 3 is underrated, and 4 was so badly edited and so badly written and so badly studio interfered that it fell apart. At least with Zack Snyder's movie, I'll give Man of Steel this, it was not edited. It should have been, but it was not edited. And the new Superman was amazing. James Gunn he only edited a little bit because he couldn't make the movie 2.5 hours. It would have been too long. I can mute this. See, again, I don't like going to funerals. They're depressing, guys. I'm not happy being there. It's just sad seeing a dead body of a family member. And why is she smiling? Bipolar? She's definitely bipolar in this movie. Or yeah, Gary is like, oh, it killed you, it killed Sean, and it killed your father. That is a lie, lady. We never saw that. That is a lie. And they have flashbacks of things that she didn't even go through. Why are you showing us a better movie? There's a rule in Hollywood. Don't ever show a better movie in your bad film because you're not going to get any sympathy from me. That will be like, because even Superman 4 did that. Remember the scene where he flies at the end and smiles at the camera? That's from the first film. That's not in. At least Superman 2025 didn't do that. The ending is completely different. While he does smile at the camera, he's not smiling in space. He's sitting down and lying down and smiling. James Gunn did an homage without ripping it off. Studio interference is bad. Yes, Josh. It ruined a lot of DC and Marvel movies. And it hurts movies and shows. At least Supergirl won't be studio interfered. Oh, not this time. They have the budget. They have the team. They have the talent. And it's coming out in June. So it's not. See, you just went to a funeral and I was like, she's on something. Movies like this should never be made. I'm so happy they stopped with Deep Blue Sea after 3 because I'm like 3 was the high point. I haven't seen 2. I'll see that and then review it. Did Superman 4 kill off an actor that was in? They didn't kill off Gene Hackman. Lady, go see a therapist. See, it's depressing. The first movie, she had a nice smile on her face. In this movie, she's just very emo. And I don't get it. I'm like, you lost a child. I know, that hurts. You got to move on. You got to move on. My sister lost her first puppy 15 years ago, and we had to move on. I hate this movie. It's so bad. One of the worst sequels ever made. And the nostalgia critic said that 3 was worse. No, this is worse. We're getting away from Amity to go to the Bahamas. Not the Sahara Desert. Not to a landlocked country like Paraguay. Not the Midwest. There's Michael Caine. He missed getting his Oscar to do this crappy movie. The Bahamas is a beautiful place, but it doesn't deserve this movie. He was better in Journey 2, The Mysterious Island. That's a much better movie than this. It doesn't crap on the first movie. No. Never been to the Bahamas, Barbados, or Jamaica. I want to go there. I want to go there one day. Michael Caine, thank goodness this was not your last film. He came out of retirement. The first thing I saw him in was Muppet Christmas Carol when I was 7. Many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Michael Caine should have just been a cameo in this movie, not the secondary character. That's why this movie's so depressing. What did that little girl do to that man? So there's some sick people out there, man. People that hurt children should be dragged out onto the street and shot. There we go. Well, I don't have to wear this on Saturday. I'm gonna wear a different hat. That poor little girl, man. Because I love children. I have a niece that I haven't even been around a lot this year. I want to have a relationship with her. I want us to be close, like I am with my sister. What time is it? 12:26. Yeah, 21 minutes in. Good thing the first act is almost done. This movie's pathetic. Doesn't have one scary moment in the entire film. And she has flashbacks of things that she did not go through. When Roy Scheider was shooting the shark in the first movie, she wasn't there. She was not on the boat with him. Or Richard Dreyfuss. He was underwater. Where was she? It's the same thing they did with Fast and the Furious X, that instead of them showing new footage, they showed that Jason Momoa was there after they did the bank heist in Fast Act 5. That didn't happen. That's a self-insert thing. Katie should do a movie where she's saving kids. Yeah, she probably will. In Godzilla, maybe there's going to be kids in that, in Supernova. Because I don't want her to have no kids with Dan Stevens. Hell no. You're too old for her, you old man, you. She has night terrors. I hope I'm able to sleep after seeing this. Oh, wait, I have to take... And there's the racial stereotype. Stupid accent! Marion Van Peebles, never do a Jamaican accent again. This is almost blackface. Except he is black, or black. Yeah, Rastaman. God, this is so offensive. This is Van Peebles' worst performance. I've seen movies with him that he did way better. Like Solo from the 90s is way better than this. Are you part Jamaican, Josh? Like black Jamaican? Or I don't know. I never checked your background before. And this is a good actor giving a bad performance. At least it's not, it's not a minstrel show. It's not a white guy doing a Jamaican accent. That would be racist. That would be extremely, racist. This is the Bahamas, not Jamaica. I don't know if they have accents in the Bahamas. His father was a good actor too, but Melvin Van Peebles. I would love to see him at Comic-Con, but not sign this movie. Hell no. Because Solo is a better movie. And even he was also, I think, in Highlander 3. That the Jamaicans weren't offended. No, because it was made in the 80s, Josh. Eddie Murphy pretended to be from Cameroon in Trading Places, and that was not offensive either. Some Indian and Cherokee in me, and a little bit of English, but the last name is from England. Also, but you're not Jamaican? Okay. Yeah, she's sexy, Lynn Whitefield. They sound like knockoff Wakandans. Because I never heard a Bahamas accent. I've never been there. I've heard Jamaican accents. They don't sound like that. They sound way deeper. Pride and power and all that. Yeah. I saw Cool Runnings when I was a kid. I did. That's really, really offensive, dude. Because it's like a DJ from the Street Fighter movie. Like, you got an actor who's not Jamaican. You have, what's his name? Uh, not Ernie Reyes Jr. What is his name? Miguel A. Nunez Jr. He's doing a Jamaican accent. He's not Jamaican, and it's awful. That was in the Street Fighter movie, and then at the end he doesn't even do the accent. He's like, hell no. I was like, where's his accent? Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. He is part black, but he's not Jamaican. Oh yeah, the voice of Miles is Jamaican, Josh. Yes, Shamik Moore. He's Jamaican descent. I saw him at Comic Con, in some pictures. That's why he sounds very New York, because there's a lot of Jamaicans in New York City. I do like the location here, but I just hate this movie so much. This beautiful island does not deserve this movie. Just like Moana 2, that they, oh god, that looks awful. Oh, that looks like a cheap Toys R Us toy. Oh, even Toys R Us has better looking shark toys than that. Oh man, that's so bad. Then not only do they show the shark a lot here, but it looks so cheap. Did I put it bound backwards or something? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that's a little better. This hurts, man. Why are you just standing there? No, Mario Van Peebles, Josh. Not Melvin Van Peebles is his father. I liked him in stuff like, yeah, Solo's a decent movie. Miles is so loved from cosplayers. Yeah, I know. You saw me at Comic Con taking a picture with a bunch of them. Sadie, I can't wait to see who she's gonna play. They have to announce who she is by summer or by this late spring, because they're not gonna wait till Comic Con to reveal who she is, because the movie's coming out in July. That's around the time Comic Con happens. It's why Superman came out at the perfect time. It was right before the San Diego Comic Con. Michael Caine, why did you do this movie? Flies. You don't drive a plane. You fly planes. You drive cars, buses, or trucks. I miss that little girl so much, man. And the movie's boring. Like, nothing happens. After the shark attack in the beginning and the funeral, nothing happens until the third act of the movie. Mario Van Peebles gets attacked. 3 months. Hannah Montana, the movie, was at least deserving of Tennessee. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful looking movie. And it has an awesome Taylor Swift cameo that's actually her. It's not a standalone, it's not a body double. Natalie Dyer was cute there. Oh, man, she's adorable, man. My guess is that Kane needed the money. Yeah. And he missed the Oscars for this. Michael Caine should have just said no. Yeah, he said no to Oppenheimer because it's over 3 hours long and it was a movie that's not even about him. He was going to be a cameo because Interstellar was like the last movie he did with Nolan. He didn't do Tenet because that was during the pandemic and he's an old man. Wow, I'm so bored. This movie just started like a half hour ago, and I'm not enjoying this at all. At least three, you have the dolphins, you have beautiful girls like Leah Thompson and Bess Armstrong. Dennis Quaid is at least trying in the movie. He's not phoning it in because he was young at the time. He had to make an impression. And also, the movie's short. The ending is not downbeat. Yeah, I don't want you near the water, and we're surrounded by water in the Caribbean. Black hypocrite. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. We don't have to worry about Emma Myers. Of course not, Josh. She's getting work. Being in something this bad because I'm like, the Minecraft movie made money. People can hate on it all you want. The movie that made almost $1 billion. That's more than some Disney movies this year. So ha. Kane was intended. Yeah, he was intended, but the movie had a terrible script. Yeah, because it's about time travel and you don't do anything interesting with it. Almost hilarious at parts, and also the movie's pretentious and it's up its own anus. Man, pe- people in the Bahamas know how to get down. A junk of what? I got some shaving cream. I'm gonna need it to shave my face. Keep out of reach of children, of course. My. I meant Jaws 4 as a terrible script, not Tenet, but I heard Tenet wasn't that great either. Because I heard Tenet wasn't that great either. Is it better than this? Yeah. Because Nolan's not gonna make a movie that looks bad. It's just that it was confusing and people didn't see it in the theater. It bombed. Just like this. Th- their accents sound more convincing. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks awful. How did the shark? How far? How could a shark go all the way from Amity to the Bahamas? That looks terrible. These effects are awful. Again, sharks don't bite boats. You fool. That's the worst effect I've ever seen, man. Now she has a psychic connection to this shark. What are you, the Michael Myers' niece in Halloween 5? This is a stupid movie, man. I'm glad I never have to watch it again. There's no commentary for it, so I never have to watch it again. I don't. I'm sorry. No. I would love to dance with those people, but not in this movie. Yeah, I'm taking this hat off. I'm sorry. It can't stay on my head while I'm watching this movie, so I'll just have to. I'll just wear that when I'm walking around, not when I'm sitting down. Because every time I move my head, it falls off my head. It's here. These accents. This accent is so bad. And it's got a bunch of Razzie nominations. This is a bad movie. It's always been a bad movie. It's not even a guilty pleasure. It's horrible. Guilty pleasures, actually, you get some pleasure out of it. The Mario movie from '93. Starship Troopers could be a guilty pleasure. Or the Mummy sequels. Or, the Beverly Hills Cop sequels. Something like that. Not something that's completely painful to watch. That's why I can't hate Minecraft, because there was effort put into that movie. The effects, I laughed. I like the actors in it. It's dumb, but I'm like, it knows what it is, guys. That's why I made money. Critics don't like video game movies. Half of them, they crap all over them. The only ones that got decent reviews were like Detective Pikachu and what was another one? Some of the animated Resident Evil movies, but a lot of them do not get a lot of respect. Or shows like The Last of Us and Fallout, and the Sonic the Hedgehog movies also get pretty decent reviews. God, this movie's so boring. I don't know what accent that is. I thought it was Ariana Richards. It's not her. She even said no to a movie like this. They love the Sonic movies. Yeah, the first three movies made tons of money, and the fourth one is on its way. I want to know who's going to play Amy Rose, because she deserves to be revealed to the world next year in 2026. They have to. They have to start filming the movie, and she's going to be part of it. She's not a cameo like in the third one. Sadie's character will be announced soon. Yeah, in a couple of months, once the trailer comes out, official trailer with Miles, and hopefully we get to see the plays voices of Amy Rose. Yeah, her, and maybe a Beyond the Spider Verse trailer, like by summer, a teaser. A teaser could be a minute long. It doesn't have to be 3 minutes. What does gambling have to do with a Jaws movie? This isn't James Bond. Lynn Whitefield is so sexy in this movie. She doesn't. It doesn't deserve this movie. I like black girls, guys. That comes with the territory. She still has her hair too. She didn't go bald like Cynthia Erivo. Oh, I intend to have a happy new year. Gone Fishing was a step up from that. It was 10 years after this. Lynn Whitefield deserved better than this. This is so bad, man. I have two right feet. It's undeserving of her. Yeah, it would be like you put a beautiful woman like Vivica Fox in a movie and waste her, and oh, she's wasted in a lot of movies in the past like 10 or 15 years. Don't waste these black girls. Make them desirable. Give them something to do. That's weird. My brother did that on his wedding day, but it was a very personal day for him. That song is good. Why is it in this movie? I'm struggling to stay awake watching this. And that scene's over. There's no fade out or nothing. It just next scene, 42 minutes in. Oof, we're halfway through. We're gonna make it. Exactly. I don't know what he's talking about. These people don't talk straight. I'll wear a different hat tomorrow. Please end. No, I won't, because this is the last Jaws movie that was ever made. Snails? At least tomorrow we're going to see a much better sequel than this. 45 minutes. We're halfway through the movie. We got another 45 minutes, and then we're done. Well, yeah. Catherine doing a guy's hair or dancing with a guy like, or Naya helping a baby dolphin. That sounds cute. I like the dolphins in Jaws 3D. I think they're cute and they do something in the movie. Not just the flips and jumping out of the water, but they protect their owners from the shark. They peck it with their beaks, their noses. Shark dolphins will protect their owners if they feel threatened. I saw a hawk today, Nash. It was either a falcon or a hawk. I saw it not too far from here in the park. I was like, whoa, is that a falcon or a hawk? I was like, wow, that's unexpected. I didn't go near it because I don't want it to attack me. You can't scare those things away. You ever seen a falcon or a hawk? They could be dangerous. Yeah, she's not a good actress. Ariana Richards, at least the movies I saw her in, like Tremors and Jurassic Park, fantastic. Even Lost World and Spaced Invaders, which is one of her first films, she was decent in that. This lady, not a good actress. I never saw her in anything else. Shut it off, you're wasting fire. Yeah, what was this scene about again? This isn't romantic, this is weird. This would be like if Lisa Loud in an episode of in an episode of the Loud House was turned on by like a science experiment. Like I calculated, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a freaking experiment that to make a love potion for my family. You know, something like that. The little girl didn't deserve what happened to her. No, that man. I hope he got the chair because you don't harm children. You don't kill or harm children. That's wrong. Even if they're troublesome, you have to get them help. You can't just end them. It doesn't work that way. This movie's so dull. I'm glad it's under 2 hours because when I saw movies like Speed 2, I'm like, why is this movie over 2 hours? It doesn't need to be. It's boring. They don't get on the boat until almost an hour into the movie. I feel nothing. There's no tension. Lisa Loud is funny. Yeah, Caitlin could also pull that off in an animation. Yeah. This thing looks like a toy. This is the fakest looking shark in the franchise. Even the Jaws ride had a better looking shark than this. This movie's an embarrassment to cinema. I'm glad I didn't see this when I was a kid. Bahama Mamas. And this romance doesn't work at all. Roy Scheider should have just came back, or they should have just not bring back Lorraine Gary. Michael could have been in the movie and carried the movie by himself. He had more dignity when he was singing with the Muppets. At least he cared about doing that because it's a great performance. That his movie bombed at the box office when it came out. Yeah, because it's a bad movie. This came out the same year as Superman 4. Think about that. This two franchises died in 1987. This and Superman. Superman didn't come back until 2006's Superman Returns. Boring. His conversations just feel unnatural and forced. Neptune's Polly. Stranger Things had a better pacing than this. And those episodes are long, but they're better than this and not boring. Well, you're the older woman in the movie. And Lorraine Gary never acted again after this. Sad. She doesn't even do conventions or anything. She just did this, retired, and never, and stayed out of the spotlight. At least Roy Scheider did work until he died in the 2000s. I miss him a lot. Again, now he's having the night terrors. Why was this movie made? Who thought it was a good idea after the shark crashed into the thing and then and made me laugh? You get this horrible sequel 4 years later that no one asked for. Hey, J5556. Yeah, I'm only watching this because again, it's part Christmas movie. It's also New Year's, and then the movie ends on I don't know winter day. I don't know. I have no clue. They're copying the scene from the first movie with the kid mirroring Roy Scheider. Yeah, it's not as good. Sorry, you're not Spielberg. There's callbacks and then there's just forcing scenes doing the exact same thing, and it's not good. Movie's so ridiculous. I just sat through worst ridiculous nonsense with movies this year. Yeah, there were worse movies. War of the Worlds is worse than this, Josh, because it's at least these actors are outside, and in the ocean. They're not sitting on their butts all day. With Ice Cube, the whole movie, half the movie, he's sitting down near a computer. It's boring. That was charming in the first movie. Here, it's like forced and awkward. Awkward. Yeah. That little girl is cute, but this is just not as good. It's not. She was cute. If you're gonna remind me of the first movie, why are you not a good sequel? Endgame did that. It reminded me of the first. They literally go the first time they travel back in time to is 2012. I saw that date and I lit up like a candle. Like, I remember the first movie. I love the first movie so much, and it was from a different point of view. And he had characters that weren't there. Like Ant-Man was not in the first Avengers movie. War of the Worlds. It's horrible, Josh. It's the worst movie I've seen this year. Playdate. I didn't see that movie. That op. No, I didn't see that movie. Kevin James stuttering is not funny. It wasn't funny 10 years ago. It's not funny now. Yes, you did. Please. Movie just looks cheap. Yeah, it's cheap and it's boring. How could you be in the Bahamas and nobody's surfing, nobody's parasailing like in the first movie? It's just people talking. The Lilo and Stitch remake was better than this, Josh. You know why? Because at least Hawaii looks beautiful. It's got its flaws. I didn't say it was better than the original, but it's better than this. At least it was funny. This movie's dull, man. So dull. That's a cool looking sub, but it was done better in the other films. That looks so bad. Oh my god. No tension. Sharks don't roar. They're not lions. They don't bark, they don't roar, they don't have vocal cords. They don't make any sounds. Sharks are completely mute. Dolphins make a sound, but or a whale does, but not sharks. They don't make noise. To see Lilo and Stitch, it's not horrible, but it's better than this. Hawaii is beautiful. I need to take care of too much about the critics. Yeah, I don't care about the critics anymore, Josh. They liked movies that didn't make any sense this year. How dare you waste all these underwater scenes? How dare you? I would have had to suffer through this movie even if I sat through it in October for Halloween. You know a shark movie sucks when there's no tension. You don't even feel anything. It looks rubbery too. It doesn't even look good like the first one. The Meg 2 at least did more underwater scenes. Oh, the Meg and the Meg 2 are much better than this, Josh. The CGI doesn't look like this. It doesn't look cheap. And it's hilarious. The second movie, I was laughing out loud in the theater. I had my hand puppet in my hand. Every time the shark attacked somebody or something, I did like this. And people were laughing in the theater. The scene where the dinosaurs were dragging what's her face? From Resident Evil, what was her name? Sienna Galori. I was laughing. They drag her across the beach and I was dying of laughter. Because they don't even kill her. They like drag her from her feet. They're like, no! That movie was so much better than this. I wish I had another Meg movie to do, but I have Deep Blue Sea. I'm going to do that soon. I'd rather watch Batman and Robin. Well, there's some sexy women in that. This does only has one, mainly, and she's barely in the movie. Lynn White feels like, no, after the New Year's scene, you're not going to see me again. It is such a waste of an actress like her. Why do you keep staring at the water? I almost drowned several times when I was a kid, but I never had like traumatic experiences with it. I moved on. I'm not gonna drown. I don't even live near the ocean. I don't, because Coney Island is miles away from here. I live near a lake, but it's not big enough to flood this whole city. Yes, it's on par with Shark Attack 3 because that's also cheap and that was made years after this. They didn't have excuses. Learn from your mistakes. Sharknado, at least they're hilarious. Even the worst ones like 4 and 5, they still make me laugh. This is just dull. The worst thing that a movie can do is bore me. You can be badly written and badly directed and badly acted, but if you bore me, your movie's dead in the water. That's why I hate Eternals so much. Because no other MCU movie this year, last year, or in the past 10 years have bored me more than that movie did. Because I was like, oh my God, just something happened, please. Yes, it's a good looking film, but that didn't save it. It's dull. That's why the movie didn't make $1 billion. Like Deadpool and Wolverine or No Way Home or Far From Home. Those have things happening and good jokes and personality. Not a ton of flashbacks, gay stuff, and a sex scene that's so unsexy. I've seen teen dramas that have better sex scenes than that. $110. An hour and 5 minutes in. We're almost done. No, you're not funny. Nobody's funny in this movie. Oh no, an eel. That's not scary. This isn't Jaws and the Eels. It's just a bad Jaws sequel. It's a waste of a budget too. Those really should have ended at the second one. Oh yeah, that's Mario Van Peebles. Yeah, Melvin Van Peebles has a cameo. That's it though. That's his father. There's Lynn Wildfield in her last scene in the movie. It should have ended after two. I agree. That's Mario Van Peebles' father in a cameo. The fact that Michael Caine missed the Oscar for this, yeah, it's sad. For this crap. Again, there's no tension. That looks horrendous. Nothing scary about this shark. Oh no, it got that lady. WandaVision had tension at least. Yeah, it wasn't cheap looking, Josh. And there was tension with Agatha. This has nothing. It's not scary. Oh no, a lady we just barely saw for like 5 seconds. This movie's an insult to the original, man. Just like the Jurassic World sequels, most of them. That they're nothing like the original. They want to be the original, but they failed because they're just copying instead of doing their own thing. And even when they do their own thing, they do it stupid. Like using the Force on the dinosaurs. Again, that would never work in real life. Try doing this to a giant bear or a freaking tiger or something. They're gonna bite your hand off. This is not gonna stop them. Falling asleep with this movie is so boring. But I'll be done with it in a few minutes. So, not to worry, guys. Once this is done, I'm never going to watch this movie again. I wouldn't even watch this movie on Rift Tracks. That's how bad it is. I feel nothing. I'm numb. Yeah. I would never put my niece in harm's way. Again, because your mom is having this psychic connection to this shark, even though she never saw the shark in the first movie. Not up close. Roy Scheider saw it. He saw it when he was throwing the chum in the ocean. The shark comes out and he looks at it. It was like, oh my God. Here, she's having flashbacks of things that she didn't go through. How? How could you have a flashback of something that you did not go through? That's not a flashback. That's a memory berry. A memory berry. Remember this? Yes, I do remember that, the first one. I love the first one to this day. And Michael Caine does nothing in this movie. He could have been cut out of this movie and it would not have made a difference. I already did this movie, so I could just put that one away. No, I have a better idea, Mon. Shut this movie off, Mon. I can't believe this. We have a Caribbean man, a man from the UK, and an American in a plane. This sounds like a bad joke. When I saw this this movie on TV with my family, I was begging for the movie to just end. Yeah, and there's two different endings of the movie. This hurts. God, this hurts so much. So much it hurts. The boat stabs the shark and it explodes. There's another one where the shark just blows up. And in one version, Mario Van Peebles dies. The other version, he doesn't. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's still a bad movie. It's could have had a director's cut and it would still suck. It's a bad sequel. This movie sucks. It's always sucked. It sucked in 1987 and it still sucks to this day. Again, she has another flashback that she didn't go through. Nope, it's not as good. You're not Chief Brody. Yeah, it's the cheapest looking shark in this franchise. This is a bad film. Just if you've never seen this, skip it, please. Titanic makes more sense in this movie, and that's one of the highest grossing movies in the world, guys. There's a reason for it because they did it right. I haven't seen the film, but because it's just too long, but that's the last time James Cameron put his best foot forward. Let Even the landing of this plane is not funny, or it's not interesting. Get the bloody hell out of here! What are you, Ron Weasley? Bloody hell! Yeah, he says that a lot. when he was a kid and when he turned into an adult. Rupert Grint was probably sick of saying that line by the last Harry Potter movie. Yes, I know, Michael Caine. This movie is that. It's excrement of the worst kind. What's up, John? You think they'll ever remake Jaws? No. Not even after Spielberg passes away. What a waste of a plane. Martha Kent has more stable emotions than this woman. Again, the same line. I hope Good Bad and Bad Bad does this movie. They know it's a bad movie. I remember when she said Brody died from fear of shark. That was like, no, he's not dead. They never showed the body. I haven't been this bored with a sequel since I did uh, Pacific Rim Uprising. You have all this action, but it means nothing because you have a lead that just can't sell the movie. Yeah, he is. End this movie, please. Oh my god. I know. Please end. This is the last bad sequel I'm doing this year. Movie drags, it does. There's a lot of filler in it. It's only 91 minutes, but how does it have 30 minutes of filler in it? Too many characters, too much talking, too much stalling. Why is it jumping out of the water? It's not a dolphin. Yum. Oh no, not him. This isn't like Quentin the first movie. That was shocking that he got bitten in half in a PG movie in the 70s. What a joke. That looks so cheap. Please end. I'm begging you. Yeah, I'm taking this off. I'm getting too hot. And the movie's almost over. The Christmas stuff is already over in the movie. At least Christmas Vacation throughout the movie is a Christmas movie. Mostly. This is not. The Christmas stuff's ended in the first 20 minutes. 20 or 30 minutes into the film. What a joke of a film this is. I'm still wearing green, so... Man, that was painful. Here comes the stupid roar. Again, a flashback of something she didn't go through. Her son died. That she wasn't there. Why is she having a flashback of something that she didn't go through? That she did go through, but she wasn't like with her. That's the only scene time that makes sense. Again, you weren't there. It was an embarrassment to cinema. Here comes the stupid roar. Why is the shark roaring? Why? It does a Tom and Jerry roar. It's not a dinosaur. If this was a prehistoric shark, it would make sense, but this is not a prehistoric shark. Why is this thing again? Why is it roaring? And why is she having flashbacks? Jesus, this is such a stupid movie. I'm glad it's over. She pokes it and it blows up. How? And then there's another version that it just blows up on its own. This is one of the stupidest sequels I have ever seen in my life. You're never going to recapture the first one, movie. Rocky 5 was more of an homage to the first one than this crap. At least Rocky 5 wasn't the last one. God, this movie's so bad. Yeah, he survived that. That's a lie. He would have bled to death. No clap for this one. I am appalled by this movie. She had 2 flashbacks of scenes that she was not in the first place. Yeah, I don't know. This movie could have killed a lot of careers, and it did. It killed at least 2 of them. Lorraine Gary and that poor little girl who did a few voice acting jobs after this and was murdered. I hate this movie so much. It's one of the worst sequels for a reason. Snails. Well, at least... No. I'm never going to Amity event again. Rest in peace, little girl. I don't know what he said, but it's over, guys. I survived the onslaught of bad writing and bad effects and bad direction. Yeah, suck it. Jaws. No, shut up, Michael Caine. You couldn't save this movie. This movie was bad, and you're bad in it. Thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me, and tomorrow we'll be doing a much better Christmas movie that doesn't insult a franchise. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Screw Jaws: The Revenge.